Well, as usual, the eyes of the mixed martial arts world are fixed upon Paddy, the Batty Pimblett, when he competes. And anytime you're able to win when you're not at your best, as was the case in his win over Jared Gordon, that's a feather in your cap. Pimblett back on the horse tonight.
Win. Ultimately, that's what it's all about. And Paddy Pimblett gets the job done. But listen to this arena. Listen to the reaction that people give this young man when he steps from behind the curtain. This guy is a star. He has that star quality about him. But not only does he have that, he can fight. And ultimately, it's about winning fights. Paddy Pimblett does that in spades.
There are so many components to this Paddy Pimblett package, the accent, the persona, but this is a very talented mixed martial artist out to prove as much yet again tonight. All right, here we go with the former UFC title challenger, Iron Michael Chandler. Daniel, you guys go way back. Obviously, we can talk about the athletic credentials. Some, though, have questioned his fight IQ in some of his big fights in the UFC.
Well, it seems like he wants to fight the fun fight,
right,
opposed to the fight that would seem to make sense to him. But let me tell you something. I'm not complaining. I enjoy every Michael Chandler fight. I enjoy watching this guy go out there and fight on his shield. He has A-plus skills across the board, and let's see how he applies them to the fight tonight.
And even in losses against high-level competition, he has had big moments. You do get the sense that Michael Chandler may always be just one win away from that elusive shot at the title yet again. Iron Michael Chandler has graced the octagon. We are set to go for our main event of the evening. And now our tail of the tape for this lightweight scrap. All right, now for the particulars, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Paddy the Batty Pimblett. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Iron Michael Chandler.
And there's Herb Dean. He will handle the action inside the octagon. Well, much better to come here in the summer than the winter, but it is great to be inside United Center here in Chicago, Illinois, where they have long supported the UFC.
Yes, for a long time, Chicago has come out when the UFC comes to town. It is a beautiful city, and the fans are always rowdy. It's going to get loud here tonight because championships will be won.
All right, so potentially a significant moment here early. A huge uppercut from the wrestler lands flush on the BJJ fight.
I mean, he did a great job of getting his hips back, turning into that uppercut, landing it, and showing the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter that it's not only sprawls, but it's sprawl and brawl.
All right, so there's that power right from Michael Chandler. He talked a lot about mixing it up this week, but that right hand is his weapon of choice, and he found the button early.
It is his weapon of choice, and I think a lot of the success is based on the fact that he's such a high-level wrestler. So when he level changes, people tend to drop their hands, and Chandler drops that big right hand on him. I think this is one of the best athletes in the entire UFC.
Fighter lands a kick to the head now. Oh, now gets an underhook to get a more dominant position.
Oh, he jumped guillotine right away.
Oh, submission defense on full display there.
He said that he was very aware of what this guy brought to the octagon, and it showed in that defense.
All right, inside his opponent's guard here, DC. You don't want to play around here too long.
No, you got to either have 2 hands in or 2 hands out, or guys start to attack triangles.
And busy as he looks to improve position here.
Oh, he passes the half guard now.
Oh, he's going for a choke here. This could be tough. Oh, he's in trouble.
some defense on display.
Lands a strike now from the bottom. Nice work there by Paddy Pimblett.
Getting them out here.
Tighter. Head up. Kick him off.
Let's work. I'm going to stand this up.
Pimblett's in half guard.
Nice transition.
Chandler's back in full mount. Just over 2 minutes to go.
Scramble and go. Scramble and go.
Yes, smart adjustment. Yep. Oh, right into mount.
Good movement defensively here on the ground by Pimblett.
I need you to get back to guard for me. Move your hits.
Great shot on top by Chandler.
Keep working in there. Posture.
Now drops inside that closed guard, DC.
Full guard. Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
Trying to pass the guard here, but a nice job by the bottom fighter defensively.
Bottom fighter did a fantastic job of following with his hips, making sure he blocked any attempt to get past his guard. Great job landing from the top position.
Handcuffs.
Oh, and another punch on the ground gets through. May need some defense here. All right, he's got the hooks in, DC, working off of his back.
Now look for him to attack the neck of his opponent to try to get the rear choke.
Come on now.
And very effective with the ground and pound.
I need you to be active on the ground now.
In the half guard.
So we cross the 30-second mark in our opening round. All right, side control now, DC. You know he's in his element on the ground. A lot of tricks up his sleeve.
A lot of tricks.
Oh, his opponent squirming like a fish out of water now. The ground and pound is on point. This could very well be the beginning of the end.
This could be the beginning of the end. We've seen some really good ground and pound fighters. This young man is as good as any we've ever seen.
All right, that round was beautiful. You executed the game plan perfectly. I want you to keep that pressure on. Start slow. Let move in and out.
All right, we look back at some of the replays from that previous round, DC. A lot of good action for fight fans over those 5 minutes.
I mean, high pace, high intensity, all action first round. Both landed multiple strikes. What a great round of fighting.
You ready to fight? You ready?
All right, second round underway. All right, so here we go with our next round. DC, you are known for having one of the higher fight IQs in the game, and I would put him on that list after what we saw in terms of the body work there in the previous round.
He did a fantastic job of mixing up his target, not headhunting, going to the body, making that investment into forcing a mistake later that will allow him to chase his finish.
Well, not ideal to spend this much time on the bottom, but you can't fault him for his activity. Landing strikes here from the bottom. Nice work by Pimblett.
Big ground and pound.
All right, he's in a half-guard position here, DC, and in a good spot to dole out a lot of damage, I would think.
A lot of damage can be done from the half guard. You sit back on that leg, you press down into your opponent, you drop elbows, you drop punches. What is very key is you controlling the underhook on the far side. If you give up that underhook, your opponent can use the half guard to build up to an elbow, sweep, or just chase down a single leg.
Let's go. Get him off you. Get him off.
You need to work.
Pimblett's in half guard now.
Wrist control, wrist control.
Lands with the ground and pound here. Oh, nice job to split his guard and get the ground strike home again.
Let's go, push, 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 get free.
Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
Well, how about the movement off of the back? Nice job to avoid the ground and pound here by Pimblett. All right, so yet another ground and pound strike lands right there, DC.
He's getting very active now that he knows he can land these strikes.
All right, half guard now. Not a fighter you want in half guard against you. For the bottom fighter, what does he need to do?
He needs to secure his underhook. He's got to be fighting for underhook. One of the most key things you can do as a bottom fighter stuck in half guard is try to frame. You frame and push your opponent away from you. By pushing him away from you, he will then want to come back into you.
Right.
It's like when I push you back, you want to go forward. So as he comes forward, hand goes off the face, let it slip into an underhook, build up to your elbow, then go chase your single leg. This is high-level grappling, John, from a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt named Daniel Cormier.
All right, let's go. Work those hips. Let's go. Let's go. We got to scramble here. Posture up and pound.
Pimblett's in half guard. Well, he's worked very hard on this part of his game, and these ground strikes are really starting to take their toll.
Move, move, move.
Oh, nice. He's got to find a way to get back to his feet. Great job not only reversing the position, but getting to your dominant position.
I need you to move. Scramble.
90 seconds now to go in round two. Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Michael Chandler.
This is tight.
Oh, how good is that as he gets out?
That is great submission defense, keeping everything short and not allowing his opponent to get the submission victory.
Chandler, ground and pound from half guard. He is making these shots count. Trying to guard pass here. Not today.
No, it ain't happening. Good job understanding the transitions.
Hard scramble, hard scramble.
All right, working out of side control here. His opponent trying to control posture, but you got to be careful here.
He cut him. He cut him. So many ground strikes landed that eventually he got him cut.
Man, this is some serious ground and pound. He's trying to put this dude's head like through the canvas.
He's one of the better ground and pound fighters we have in the entire UFC, and you're seeing why. There it is. Now he's on the mountain.
Pimblett's in half guard.
He's got that arm triangle. Watch him pass to the opposite side. It looks real tight. He'll drop his weight to try to finish his technique.
Oh, and he's out. Oh, and there's the horn. Plenty of action to digest from that one.
Stop.
All right, breathe deep and recover. Nice job that round. You're really putting your punches together well. I want you to keep that up. Let's fit in a little more.
All right, let's look back at some of the action from that previous round, DC. How about just the efficiency when it comes to the ground and pound game?
He was able to throw at the right time, secure at the right time. He wasted no action. For me, this is the most exciting type of fight. A guy that is just dominating his opponent, really, truly putting the grind on his opponent from the top position.
Ready.
Third round underway. Oh, he lands another strike to the body here, really starting to connect on a lot of strikes to the midsection here in the latter stages of this fight.
Oh, that's a nice strike. Oh! Oh, my God! Guillotine jump. submission defense on full display by the opponent.
Working out of the half guard here. All right, working inside his opponent's guard here.
You cannot sit in these jiu-jitsu guys' guard. And you can't have one arm in, one arm out. Guys will start throwing up legs, chasing triangles.
Standing over his opponent here and making these strikes count. Beautiful sequence there by Michael Chandler. All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. Side control now. All right, just as we saw a few seconds ago, he finds the home for another ground and pound strike.
Beautiful punch lands there from inside the guard. Great shot from the top position.
All right, so now blood is a factor. You see that he has been opened up in that eye area.
Yeah, he's got hit in the eye, and now there's a cut. But it's nothing to worry about too much now. But he's got to be very careful with it as we go forward.
Well, this is exactly what you like to see. Nice combination of ground and pound punches. Outstanding pressure and activity by Chandler. Really maximizing his shots here on the ground. Oh, his ground and pound is on full display here tonight. Chandler's looking to pass out of the half guard and attain side control here, but unable to do so. All right, we'll see if he postures up and can get some of his ground strikes going here. Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Michael Chandler.
Nice defense.
And there it is, another strike on the ground gets through. Oh, and he's able to land a strike there from the bottom. Nicely done by Paddy Pimblett. Continuing to stay busy here on the ground. Pimblett's lower jaw does not look good. I don't think it's broken, but starting to show some obvious signs of swelling. Chandler's back in full mount. Oh, these are some big punches here from the top, DC. He hasn't needed to enter his opponent's guard yet, and he may not have to.
He may not have to, but he's doing a real good job of being aware. There's danger when you're standing at the top of your opponent like that. You gotta watch up kick. Notice how he leads with his hip when he goes to land the strike.
Pimblett's nose is bleeding now. Looks to be cut, perhaps there on the bridge. Good work from the top here by Chandler. Again, not much defense there. Another ground strike gets through.
This is a terrible position.
Constantly a moving target.
He has controlled the position, postured up, and landed another strike that is causing swelling. That was nice.
Chandler's right back to the full mount. The ground strikes continue to pile up. All right, feet on the hips here. Can't get it. Good awareness by the defensive fighter. Pimblett's back in full guard. Oh, trying to pass here, but Dikembe Mutombo style, he gets denied.
Block! Great job blocking that pass by the bottom fighter.
Nice job to reverse position there on the ground, and now we'll see what he can do with the dominant position. Final seconds of round 3.
Lands a nice punch from his back.
That's 3 rounds in the can. We're headed to the championship rounds. All right, so there's the end of the round. Big story in this one now. The cut on the bridge of that nose from that strike. The cut man is in there. Should be able to shut this one and potentially prevent it from being a factor here moving forward. All right, the truck has produced some replays from that previous round. Perhaps we can even isolate the strike that opened up that cut on the bridge of his nose.
It's nasty, and it's in a bad spot because the reality is When you can't breathe through your nose, you start to open your mouth, but the blood is dripping down into your mouth. How is he going to breathe in order to have a chance to win this fight?
You ready to fight? Ready.
Fourth round now, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds.
Nice level change.
Pimblett gets up, he is back on the feet. Looked like he was in a submissive state on the ground, but he worked hard there to get back to the feet.
Take it for a ride. Nice double leg, nice finish.
Chandler's pass is denied. Landing strikes nicely here from top position. Well, hard to win fights in mixed martial arts from the bottom, but nice work here in that position by Pimblett.
He's got to be careful here.
Nicely done there as he forces the miss from his opponent. Beautiful strike there as he continues to attack that cut. Cutman's going to have some work to do if we get to the stool between rounds.
But that's why we got the best in the business. We got the best cut men in the business, and they are going to need him right now because this cut is getting worse, and it's only going to continue to get worse because he has got a killer in front of him.
Pimblett's in half guard. All right, into full guard here, DC. I know you don't like hanging out here for too long.
No, you don't want to stay there. Too much of a submission threat, you got to pass.
All right, working on the ground here. His opponent's feet on the hips. Chandler's looking to go from the full to the half guard here. Opponent not having it. Most fighters will tell you offensive wrestling is the hardest, most exhausting thing.
Especially if you're just running the guy over, Jonathan, he just gets up.
Chandler's right torso starting to bruise pretty good here. Just over 3 minutes to go. Pimblett's got the full mount.
Look at that. Recognize he was about to lose position.
All right, trying to pass here. As Glover Teixeira might say, not today.
Not today. Great job of following with the hips, keeping those legs locked and keeping them in full guard.
Pimblett's eye now closing up. All right, we'll see how he chooses to defend here. Chandler getting pounded something fierce by these ground and pound hammer fists. He's got to find a way to squirm out. Really good job to land these strikes from top position.
He passes the half guard. Look at him attack that arm triangle on the opposite side. When it's time to finish, he will lock his hands, pass his body all the way to the opposite side, drop his chest to get all the way down to his opponent's neck to try to choke him out and finish this fight.
Take that arm triangle.
Oh, man, that was slick.
You need to work. Let's stand this up. Let's work.
All right, so he's got the body locked down here, DC, or so it appears. This is not a guy you want anywhere near your back.
Yes, smart adjustment, yep.
Oh, outstanding combination of ground and pound punches here by Chandler.
Very active off of his back. Lands a beautiful strike to the body.
Continuing to work out of the half guard. A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. All right, good movement by him here on the ground. He really is a master of these transitions.
He is a master of movement on the ground. You never know where he's going to be.
Come on, under the left, let's go.
Under a minute to go in round 4. Oh, almost like you saw the skin swell right away after he landed that strike.
So that trainer's going to have to bring in the in swell to try to deal with the swelling because this guy is getting pieced up.
All right, half guard position here. We'll see what he can do with it. A lot of weapons at his disposal from this dominant position.
Oh, man, I feel for a wrestler, this is the most dominant position in all of fighting because wrestlers love control.
Right.
And to have your upper body free and your leg able to hold your opponent in position, it is like striking gold. Build your posture, throw your punches, big damage, but then always control the far side underhook. This is a great position for a top fighter.
All right, we'll see if he can apply pressure inside his opponent's guard here, DC. Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong one here by Michael Chandler. And there's the buzzer indicating the end of round 4.
Great job. Last round is coming up. Your wrestling is your strong point. He has no answer for you, so let's keep doing that. You know what he's going to do. He's going to throw those shots. He's going to come across.
You ready to fight? Ready. Let's do it.
5th and final round. All right, here we go with our next round. And DC, you've spoken a lot about ground and pound skills and how it's a little bit of a lost art in modern day mixed martial arts. Certainly not for this young man.
No, and he does it in the old school way, right?
Yeah.
Nowadays, you push a guy to the side of the octagon, they use it as a barrier to get up.
Right.
Not with this guy. He stuffs your head in the corner, he gains his posture, and he just starts dropping hammers until eventually you're going to turn to your knees. He'll take your neck and choke you, or he'll just put you back down. It's crazy to watch him dictate his opponent's actions with his power from this position. Not many guys can generate that type of power. You got to go back to guys like Mark Munoz. We used to call him the Filipino smashing machine because he was so good with his ground and pound, and this guy shows that same exact type of approach.
Bottom fighter better move.
Yeah, he's got to move, John. He's got to shrimp and try to either get up or pull his opponent back into him so he doesn't have the posture to land that big damage.
Fighter trying to pass here, but gets denied.
Gets denied. Great job, great recognition of seeing what your opponent was trying to do.
Oh, we'll see if he postures up and can get some of his ground strikes going here. Pimblett's tough as it gets, but that eye is downright nasty at this point in time, and you've got to wonder, given all the swelling, if that might even be a fractured orbital. Not good for Lim. Trying to pass the guard here, but a nice job by the bottom fighter defensively.
Bottom fighter did a fantastic job of following with his hips, making sure he blocked any attempt to get past his guard.
Get off first.
That landed. Pimblett gets touched by that leg kick attempt.
Ooh, big shot land.
Oh! Pimblett's blocking well now. Made the adjustment, protecting what is an already damaged nose. Oh, beautiful takedown by him there as he lands another one. He's keeping the stat guys busy tonight.
I mean, over and over, takedown attempt after takedown attempt, and the cardio. The cardio to wrestle that much is so impressive because his opponent is getting back to his feet, but he's got this ability to continue to chase takedowns.
Oh, he's stepping over the head here.
Oh, he's got the Kimura position locked in now. Wow, he's out. The fight's gonna continue.
Oh my goodness, I thought it was over. I thought this fight was over.
Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Chandler. Man, another one lands. He's trying to pound his opponent's head through the canvas. Champ, these submission setups aren't that bad, but he keeps getting denied.
Yeah, because he's not panicking. He's taking his time. He knows what, now he's looking arm triangle on the opposite side. When he goes to finish, look, he's got it locked. When he goes to finish, he has to pass his body all the way to the opposite side, drop his chest to get enough pressure to finish his technique.
Oh, somehow he gets out. Fantastic submission D. Pimblett's pass attempt denied. Oh, you gotta love the ground and pound strikes here. Pretty good work with the strikes here off of his back by Chandler.
Oh, good defense, yes.
Trying to guard pass here, not today.
No, it ain't happening. Good job understanding the transitions.
Working off of his back here, looks like he may try to hip escape. It's hard to think about a fight in his career in which he has absorbed this amount of damage. His face is essentially shut.
unrecognizable. He's unrecognizable. That is as close to the term that I can say. This guy does not look like the guy that walked into the octagon early. He made a lot of mistakes early, and they're ultimately costing him right now as we've gotten longer in the fight.
Posture up and punch.
All right, 45 seconds now to go in the round.
Beautiful transition.
Pimblett's right back to the full mount here.
30 more seconds.
20 seconds to go in the fight.
Keep their hands up.
15 seconds remain in the round.
Let's go. Push. You got 10 seconds.
Chandler's now dealing with a cheek cut. Oh, there's the final horn. We go to the scorecards. One of the greatest fights that we have seen all year. We'll see how the judges saw it. Here is Bruce Buffer.
We go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All three judges score the contest 50-45. For the winner by unanimous decision, Iron Michael Chandler.
All right, Michael Chandler, your winner by decision here tonight. And he told us in the fighter meeting, given some of the past occurrences in the UFC, he wasn't going to force the issue and still able to get the W. So everything he said